It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shump. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series. And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series. Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
Well, this place is red. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Just about ready to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Roki Sasaki.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Luther Snow, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is fouled back. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation. Swing and a miss. That one at 99, and the count is 1-2. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball.
Well, for better or worse, managers are remembered for what they do in the postseason. Pull the right strings, they might build a statue of you someday. One bad decision, and you might be updating your resume. You've got to be sharp.
The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down.
Nice, doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone, so as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Ellie De La Cruz, the next Cub to hit. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average.
Snow. There's one, and they turn the double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Line to left. Jones right there to make the grab. And that's the inning. One hit, one left. On to the top of the fifth we go. No score. Two out, space is empty.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
And that's in the dirt.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Next one off the plate inside, and it's 2-0.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one misses, and that's ball 3.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Draws the walk there.
Well, this came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
So 2 down. Alec Burleson steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Runner on the go. And down on strikes. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. Another scoreless inning. And now that's 7 shutout frames. It's the Cubs 4 and the Dodgers nothing. Under at first with 2 away. Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Back there. And that's going to bang against the wall. Coming home. The relay to the plate. He's safe. It's 7-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Luther Snow steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
You just have to find a way to keep this game alive. This place will go nuts if you do.
Sends it to center, and that's going to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout. Snow had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
So Singy, as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us. Coming to you live from Southern California, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
Yeah, this might be the game to actually decide the series, Boog. When it's 5 games, getting a 2-0 lead is a dominant position to be in, and I don't see this series getting to a 5th game if we have a repeat of Game 1's outcome in this one.
Yeah, the Crows start circling for a team that falls into a 2-game deficit, not where you want to be. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So almost ready to get underway. And on the mound now, Shohei Ohtani.
But it comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Luther Snow, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And out of here. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
We're in the second game of this division series. So up now for Chicago, Christian Campbell. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
This to third. Snow. Fires across the diamond. Leadoff man retired here in the second. White back to work. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Noda puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Ellie De La Cruz. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And the pitch. Grounded to third. Could be 2. There's 1, and that's all they'll get.
Good that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the shirt out. Keep the runner out of scoring position.
Runner at first with no outs here. There's the strike.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
In the dirt, but kept close. And the runner stays where he is. With the go-ahead run at first, here in Game 2 of the NLDS. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. On to first, double play.
Hey, they played the matchup right there. It worked out perfectly. Got the ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And that is out of play. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Well done behind the dish.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious. team is riding pretty high right now, and you can tell the home team pretty confused as to why they're not getting it done. But it's a huge tone setter when you can take the first 2 games of a series, especially on the road. Now we'll see if they can back it up at home.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these 2 teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. The Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
Well, it's a lot to ask a team to come back from down 2-0, but it's been done before, and I know they're not lacking in confidence, even in this tough situation, but it all starts with getting off to a good start in this one.
And when you're the team that holds the 2-0 edge in a 5-game series, you want to end the series right now.
Absolutely. Avoid any drama or doubt and finish the job.
Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. First pitch moments away, and on the mound today, Ricky Tiedemann. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Third game of the division series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Luther Snow.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Tiedemann back to work. Swings and misses. It's 0-1. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. Now 1-1.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
And that one is lifted in the air. Tucker should have it. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Ohtani headed for the plate. He'll score. And the Dodgers even it up. In there safely.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Go-ahead run on base. Here's the left fielder, Evan Carter.
High-pressure situation here. You can't afford to leave a runner at third in the postseason. It usually comes back to bite you.
Steps in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. Flares it into the outfield, and that's a base hit. In comes the run from third, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-2.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Runner at first with no outs here. Snow went deep in his most recent game. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Laser could be trouble. Ohtani around second, heading for third. Coming home. He'll score. Relay throw to third. Not in time. He's safe.
Picks himself up at RBI. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Runner at third, nobody out. And now Evan Carter.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at-bat.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Vinny Pasquantino steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through in the big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always swing and a ball popped in the air, and it falls. Tucker hustles to get it in. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Oh, that's 2-strike hitting right there. He did well just to put the ball in play. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
And here's the first baseman, Ryan Noda.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. He really settled into this outing nicely.
Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Inning over, and it could have been worse. So they get 1 run on 2 base hits. No errors, and no one left. Base is empty with 2 away. Luther Snow steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the late stages of Game 3. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 6 and the Cubs 3. And we're back on to the bottom of the 8th. So up now for Chicago, Seaver King. The Cubbies in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here. Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at-bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
To third. Tosses across to first, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
You want to be a great defense, plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Now here's Nolan Jones.
Oh, how he'd love to walk it off right here. Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
The winning run on second base. And that's just foul. And now the center fielder, Seaver King. Trying to send this extra innings. In the air, right side, Noel has this one sized up. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. This game remains tied at 6. Here at Wrigley Field, on to extra innings. Here's the 3rd baseman, Luther Snow.
So he came out clutch earlier, back up the middle.
Munoz back to work. And that one fouled off. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Orion Kirkery getting loose out there. Kolek getting cranked up as well. That one missed.
When we get to this part of the order, yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luther Snow. And fouled off. The line to kick the pitch. Line drive. Balls it in, 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You feel like you've done everything right, but in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So 2 down, and now the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Down the line, and it's foul. The go-ahead run aboard at first, nobody out. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. Swung on, belted. Back there. Say goodbye to that one. He'll circle the bases. His 2nd homer this series. And they've rallied from 6 back. It's 8-6. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. No doubt in my mind, just about everybody in this ballpark holding their breath on that one. I tell you, just barely snuck it inside the foul pole, and talk about a huge swing. That's it in this ball game. Could be the biggest swing of this ball game. We'll see.
Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Slings it across. One up, one down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
2 outs. Runner at first. Noelvi Marte, the next Cub to hit. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that line drive, Lawler. And they'll go the short way, and that is the ball game.
In an elimination game, you see your season quickly coming to an end. It can be a bit nerve-wracking, but they were able to settle things down, come out and play really good baseball in this one. They get the win, and the series continues. Who knows? Maybe they'll get right back in it.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And on the mound in this one, Justin Steele. What do you have on him?
Very dominant his last time out. Picked up the win. Only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. And now the center fielder, Seaver King.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Here's a 2-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Jones rounds third, headed for the plate. Play at the plate. Got it!
Just the classic case of ignoring your third base coach. The stop sign was clear as day, but the runner seemed to have missed it, and certainly it cost him.
Game 4 of the division series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Luther Snow. Snow with 4 runs batted in his last game.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
The 0-1. Fouled off left side. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Lifted in the air, right center field. Tucker on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's one down. steal. Back to work. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throw to first, and they get the out. Man at first, one away. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. And he chases a high fastball there.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Late that time, and it's strike two.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
The Cubs leading by 5 here in Game 4 of the NLDS. And that's down and away.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's such a critical pitch in terms of execution right there. The pitcher has to finish it. Otherwise, probably gets hit pretty hard. If you leave that out over the plate or you don't get it down enough, quickly turns into something that gets smoked. But if you can place it where he did, it's a really deceptive pitch.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And that misses. And 1-1. First and second, no outs. Late here in Game 4. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck left field. Going back. One run is in. And that one is off the wall. The run scores all the way from first. And now it's 12-4.
Everything came together for him. He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing. And a fraction of an inch different on the bat. And it is probably out of here.
So digging in, Evan Carter. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Kicks and deals. That one way inside.
2-2.
That's to third, and that chance handled. They get the tag on him, and no throw. He's into first easily. Back to the top of the order now. Kellen Lindsey steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Towards first, fired to second, and that's it. They're moving on to the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.